Hi, Rob here, Fairfax County, Virginia. I figure if I'm going to do a video in my car, I might as well do it right. Reason for this video is, for some reason, I just can't get that side of my head today. So, conservative commentators have been asking this question for some time now, and that is, what is a woman? What does it mean to be a woman? I got no idea, because obviously I ain't a woman. But you know the question I never hear asked? What is a man? And that, I think I have some input to. And honestly, I've thought about this quite a bit. I have no idea. I can tell you what society has taught me a man is, or more rather, what my upbringing has told me what a man is. And a man is strong, both emotionally and physically. And by strong emotionally, what I mean is unflappable, distant, stoic, doesn't let things bother him, doesn't cry, that sort of shit. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of guy. You know, independent, doesn't really need anyone's help, can accomplish anything by themselves. Really loves building shit and car engines and trucks. Respects women, puts them up on a pedestal, certainly doesn't hit them for any reason at all, ever. Will lay down their lives for women and children. Loves her country. Likes sex with women a lot. Tries to get as much sex as possible. Now, if you don't get sex, that doesn't mean you're not a man, but you're not you're not manly. You are not as much of a man as somebody else, if you don't get a lot of sex. Where I'm going with this is, what if you are none of those things? Or shit, what if you're only half of those things, or one of those things? So the question becomes, if that's what defines a man, and you ain't that, then are you a woman? I mean, again, from the conservative viewpoint, you got two options, and only two options: man, woman. So if you ain't a man, then what the fuck are you? So my point, I suppose, if I have one, is, why is this a question? Is this a question that can be answered? Because to me, that seems exceedingly societally driven, is the characteristics of a man, what it is to be a man. That to me seems to be driven by one's upbringing, one's place in life, socioeconomic, country you were raised in. I don't believe it's as universal as some folks might have you believe. I certainly don't really fit into a lot of what I just said. Obviously there's more to it than that, but I hope you get my point. Is, if you ain't that, then what is you? Now you could go to the biological argument. Well, Rob, you got a penis, you got testicles, you got a prostate. Yeah, well, those can be removed, I think. Well, the dick and nuts can be removed. Prostate, I don't know. I'm assuming I'm not that kind of doctor. But what modern medicine is telling me is that if it can't already be done, it will be able to essentially reverse or change, rather, not reverse, but change biological sex. Now, if you want to get even further, like, oh, well, XY chromosomes. Okay, sure. But what the fuck does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with, oh, you've got an X chromosome, you've got a Y chromosome, or whatever. You've got a Y chromosome, so you're a dude. So you got to use that bathroom. You got to play these sports. Really? I don't know. I know there's a lot more biologically to it. hormones, that sort of shit. But that's really never part of the conversation, is what it is to be a man. Is it dictated by society, or is it dictated by biology? And if it is dictated by biology, then why don't we hear more about that? Why don't we hear more about, you have to have a certain testosterone level to be considered a dude. You have to have a certain estrogen level to be considered a chick. If it's biologic, it's science, which means it can be quantifiably defined. So why isn't that part of the conversation? And why is it that conservative commentators are only concerned with what it is to be a woman? I don't know, maybe selection bias. I don't listen to a lot of them, so maybe they do go off and ask the question what it is to be a dude. But I don't think so, because again, if I put myself back into, upbringing, Rob, a man doesn't ask that sort of shit. A man just knows. You don't care. So, I don't know. I just need to get that out. So, thank you for watching this and letting me be a part of your life.